Do you want to make investment moves like Warren Buffett? Well, I show my clients how to do it, and I want to show you how to do it as well. So here's a snippet of one of the trainings that I've had exclusively for my clients, and you get to watch it right here on my channel.
Because he's getting ready for this recession. But Warren Buffett is somebody who buys low and holds for the longest of time. I mean, the man is like 92 years old, and that's how he makes money. And he says that the best thing that you can do is be exceptionally good at something during these times of recession. So I know it's hard. It's going to be hard. A lot of people are going to lose during this recession, but the best investment that you can make is yourself. Okay, people like doctors, people like lawyers are examples where they're exceptionally good in their field. So for you, you got to be positioning yourself to be indispensable at work. If there's ever going to be layoffs, you must be the last person on their mind because you're so valuable in your department, doing whatever it is you do, and you're making such a contribution. And he often says that people are going to give you some of what they produce in exchange for what you deliver. So be in a position to be delivering your best every single time. And one thing I heard this talk from him once, and he said that skills, unlike currency, are inflation proof. If you have a skill that is in demand, it will remain in demand no matter what the rand or the dollar is worth. So whatever abilities that you have, nobody can take that away from you. They can't be inflated away from you. They can't be taxed on you. Maybe you can be taxed when you get some profit, but you can do that smartly as well. So the best investment that you can make during this recession is to develop yourself because that is not a taxable event. And also the next thing, according to Warren Buffett, is you got to do is invest in a wonderful business, one that makes products that are in demand, regardless of performance of a currency. So Warren Buffett, he heads up this. His company is called Berkshire Hathaway, and Berkshire Hathaway is one share in that company is around 8.5 million rand. Now, traditionally, if you wanted a piece of Warren Buffett, you go and buy Berkshire Hathaway shares. You do your transaction in an online platform. The transaction happens offshore. You use your offshore allocation, and you do that. But one thing we don't consider when we do that, because it's so sexy to make money offshore, right? We don't consider estate planning, and you don't want to be estate planning with Uncle Sam. Okay, so we have this option in South Africa where you can get a piece of Warren Buffett right here in South Africa. Okay, Berkshire is not a portfolio company anymore. In its early years, that's all it used to do. Right now, they're in a bit of everything. To private equity, and they're not into dividends. So Berkshire doesn't really pay dividends. It's a whole tax thing. They're big into insurance, and that's one of the reasons they keep a lot of cash. They hold a lot of cash because most insurance providers have to be ready. All right, and we saw that during the COVID, billions were paid to South Africans because the insurance industry is so highly regulated, and when the claim comes, you got to honor that agreement. So they have a whole bunch of shares in a whole bunch of companies, things from gold to tech to insurance, and you can get a piece of that. All right, at 8.5 million, you don't have that kind of small change lying around. All right, it's the world's expensive share, most expensive share, but you can get a fraction of it in a very tax efficient solution and a very estate savvy solution as well. So that you don't become liable for non-residential estate duty when you die, because once you buy Berkshire shares on an offshore platform, you got to deal with Uncle Sam. It gets dicey. You got to go to probate courts if you're not in good standing and you don't have everything up to date. But I can provide it for you right here in South Africa without your money actually leaving. You can get the best of Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway.
So if this is something that interests you, reach out